Hello there ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? This video, I cover not 3, not 4, but 5 amazing Minecraft dimension mods for Minecraft 1.16. Not only that, but I'll be giving in-depth information about each mod, giving you the tools and knowledge to get right into the mods for yourself without having to spend hours researching videos, trying to piece together how each mod works. The last one is my absolute favorite of these 5. Be sure to stick around as you have to try it out. You ready? Let's get right into the video. Ultra quick aside by the way, if you plan on using any of these, save yourself some time and just install JEI. You'll thank yourself later. All right? Sweet. Moving on. Mod number 1, the Bumblezone, created by Telepathic Grunt. This mod is available for both Forge and Fabric users. Get yourself an Ender Pearl and throw it at a beehive to teleport yourself into the Bumblezone dimension. The dimension has massive honeycomb walls and complex cave systems. The dimension itself doesn't provide much to explore, and I wouldn't really recommend harvesting the blocks either, lest you surrender yourself to the wrath of the bees. But regardless, there are some very useful parts of the mod that make it absolutely worth your while. For example, the honeycomb brood block will slowly grow larvae in them, and if you feed it sugar water or honey, it will grow larvae even faster, creating an infinite source of bees, along with the occasional honey slime. The honey shield can be crafted and repaired with these honey crystal shards, mined by these honey crystals, which are found in the caves of the Bumblezone dimension. And if you successfully block a mob with the shield, it will give them the slowness effect. Very useful indeed. The last notable part of this mod is that traveling 1 block in the Bumblezone will allow you to travel 10 blocks in the Overworld. Coupling this with the very easy to travel terrain generation makes this an amazing dimension for long distance travel. It even works in the Nether, although it seems blocks are calculated fairly, meaning 1 block in the Bumblezone is equivalent to 1.25 blocks in the Nether. Some rapid fire features about this mod. Remember sugar water? It's made like this. Bees nests are now craftable with beeswax planks and a honeycomb. The planks can be found at the top and bottom of the dimension. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, to escape the dimension, you have to climb to the very top or dig to the very bottom of the dimension and escape through the void. There's plenty of other features, but that should offer enough for you to go out and explore in this beautiful dimension mod. See what I did there? Be beautiful. Moving on. Mod number 2, the Undergarden, created by Quek04. Imagine combining the words gloomy and Minecraft and you get the Undergarden. Craft a catalyst and create a portal frame, just like you would for the Nether, but out of stone brick, and activate the portal to enter the Undergarden, featuring beautifully ominous biomes like the frost fields, the dense forest, and the Grongle growth, all with their own dangerous environments, like this poisonous liquid. There are massive new catacomb structures riddled with dangerous new mobs to fight and a plethora of loot. Suffice to say, this dimension offers plenty to explore, both in its majesty and in the things that you can find. In fact, let's just take a moment to appreciate just how good of a job the developer crafted this dreary atmosphere. It's marvelous, is it not? There's new types of ores, some allowing you to create new types of weapons and armor that all have their own unique effect. For example, the Forgotten Sword will deal double damage to the mobs you find inside the treacherous dimension. For the creators, you have new wood types with unique colors that you can easily use to create some beautifully gloomy looking blocks. Deck out your new build with a jukebox because there's new music discs inside the dimension as well. Grab some plants to beautify the place and you're good to go. You have new types of crops, foods, unique items, many of which have special effects, and this is again one of those mods where it's best if you go into the dimension blind, and as you continue to explore and learn more about the world around you, you'll get a sense of achievement as you both start to learn more about the dimension and become more powerful in the process. By the way, consider commenting down below your favorite dimension mod. Minecraft 1.16 has been lacking in dimension mods for a while, and if you've personally found your own hidden gem, I'm sure there'll be more than a few people who appreciate you sharing that information. On to the next mod. Mod number 3, Good Night Sleep by Modding Legacy. This mod actually introduces 2 dimensions into Minecraft. First, find 2 types of mushrooms, hope mushrooms and despair mushrooms, found both in the overworld, but also more commonly in the nether. Use those mushrooms with a bed to create a strange bed. Sleep in this bed and you will randomly be teleported into either the good dream dimension or the nightmare dimension. The good dream dimension is the home of unicorns and baby creepers that look adorable and don't hurt you when they explode. How cute. You can find 3 different types of ores, positite being the rarest of the 3. You'll even find plenty of new types of blocks and wood types to help spur on your creativity. There's a new crop that grows into a candy fruit? It's a wonderfully quaint dimension, but be careful with that strange bed. Every time you sleep in it, you roll the dice and gamble your sanity, because you could just as well end up in the nightmare dimension. This dimension is home to a dark and mysterious wasteland, filled with dead trees and lakes made of pure lava. All and every mob you consider dangerous spawns in this nasty dimension, including your fabled mortal enemy, Herobrine. But where there is risk, there is reward. You'll find new ore types in here too, including the all-powerful Negatite ore. Stronger than diamond, this ore is one that you'll want to look out for. Mine with haste though, and be quick my friends, because the second you enter these dimensions, the clock starts ticking. You'll have roughly 20 minutes to find everything you need before you are rudely awoken and teleported back into the world of reality, the Overworld. Speaking of the Overworld, there is one mod that looks to overhaul the Overworld dimension, and seeing as it's technically altering the Overworld dimension, I'm going to include it in this list as mod number 4, Terraforged by Dags and Wanton. Now, fair enough, this isn't exactly an entirely new dimension, but this mod absolutely deserves to be on everyone's favorite mod list, given how amazingly it overhauls the overworld terrain generation. Getting started with the mod, you have a ton of options for customizing exactly how your land looks. While this customization does look quite daunting, there's a handy visual on the right that shows you exactly how the settings you're changing will alter how your world looks. It adds no new biomes and makes no changes through additional blocks or trees or plants, but rather it simply alters the terrain generation of your world, giving you super realistic looking terrain. You'll find massive mountain ranges, large swaths of flat terrain, great for making bases, and gorgeous landscapes scraping across your field of view. Let's just take a moment to take it all in. Beautiful, is it not? Alright, that's enough ogling. Time to move on to mod number 5, The Abyss Legacy, made by Yezon. Now, many of you have heard about The Abyss Chapter 2, as it was recently released a week ago, but in this video, I'll only be showing the Abyss Legacy mod. Now, don't worry, it's not because The Abyss 2 isn't an amazing dimension mod already. It genuinely is. In fact, so much so that I decided it would be better to dedicate an entire video to the Abyss Chapter 2 mod itself, because I really want to ensure I do the mod justice. I like going into slightly more detail than just here's a dimension mod, now have fun. I want to ensure that you have enough knowledge so that you can enter the mod ready to take on its challenges. So with that said, let's talk about the Abyss Legacy mod. Mega quick aside as well, be sure you have Patchouli downloaded and installed as well for the guidebook. Got it? Cool. This mod is insane and has a heavy focus on progression through exploration. You'll go through exploring some magnificent biomes, gathering resources from each one to craft more and more powerful armors. And as you explore, you'll find extraordinarily dangerous and horrifying mobs that challenge you along the way. Perfect. To get started, find these Loran flowers. They'll be used in a lot of crafting recipes. Use these flowers to create the guidebook and the translation letter. You'll need the translation letter if you want to be able to read what's inside the guidebook. These should help you with getting started and giving you direction for when you first find your way into the Abyss through the Abyss portal. As mentioned, this mod gives you a ton to explore and challenges along the way. You gather resources, make weapons and armor, to then gather more resources and make more powerful weapons and armor, which allows you to kill more powerful mobs for their resources, making even more powerful weapons and armor. And it keeps going. As you can imagine, there are new types of weapons, tools, and armor sets. Yeah, a lot of them. This mod is no joke. There are new food types, new types of insane enchantments, unique items that have awesome utility, like this mutated ender pearl that has multiple uses and essentially acts like an ender pearl that's been going to the gym for too long. This is again one of those mods where you need to take your time exploring it on your own. I hope though that I've given enough information to provide you with the right direction to getting started with this mod and all the others as well. That's going to be all the mods I cover for today, guys. Next time I'll be going through the Abyss Chapter 2 mod. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe so that you can see when that video hits this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.